Just give us a few moments, ladies and gentlemen. We're just getting everyone into the lobby and set to start off round 3 of Smoking Pirelli's Racing Club. And what's it called? I know that on the first 2 races we did it on my Twitch, but I'm having issues with my computer to log in. So we're gonna have to do it straight to YouTube, but it would make it easier for Smoking Pirelli to get the video and post it onto their Facebook. I do want to remind you guys, if you guys didn't know, Smoking Pirelli's has a Facebook page where they post updates and announcements on Facebook about news on Smoking Pirelli's when it comes to the updates on the season, the next race, publicity, all of that good stuff. So if you guys are interested, please go to Facebook and search up Smoking Pirelli's Racing Club, and you'll be able to see it all on the screen. And hold on, I'm actually kind of reading the chat through my phone today, as I was just saying, my computer was having issues, so couldn't really get on my computer. I really need to upgrade my computer, or just get like a whole new computer, because this thing has parts that is over 10 years old at this point. But yeah, how's everyone doing? I saw that there was a comment went through, but I just don't see it on my phone. Hold on, let me quickly restart this. Here we go. Kobe, here we go. Poll: how many people will crash into the castle? That's gonna be the same amount of how many safety cars that's gonna be. Do I get a special prize, Kobe? How you doing, Kobe? I see that you're in the house today, so good luck to you, good sir. Let's see how you take it now. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here at Baku. Very, very difficult track to get correct. Definitely a lot of mishaps with a lot of those drivers, as it doesn't take any prisoners. This track does not take any prisoners. I do want to remind you guys, it's going to be very difficult for these drivers out there today. But of course, let's see how these drivers take it now. We have a full lobby, ladies and gentlemen. A full lobby for Smoking Pirelli's. I want everyone to put your hands together, because we're about to start the short qualifying session and make our way down onto the track. I'm still trying to get my computer to work, because it's just way easier on the computer to get all my information instead of my phone. But yeah, let's see. Are you on Twitch? I normally am, but we're actually going to be doing it on the YouTube today, John. As I was having issues to connect to my Twitch, but yeah, if you guys are interested, I will be mostly doing them on the Twitch. I will be mostly doing what's it called? The streams and the races on my Twitch channels. It's Shined Up, by the way. Okay. Oh. Get how you get the last name today. Get the last name there. Shiner for Shine Dog. Gotcha. I'm in the Ferrari today. All right. Well, good luck to you, my man. Baku is definitely a very, very difficult track to get down. But yeah. Hopefully you guys are having a beautiful day. Hopefully we are here for some extraordinary racing as always. Hold on. Hello, Bing Room. Good to see you, my man. Good to see you in the chat. Welcome to Smoking Pirelli's here for Season 4, Round 3 of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And you're going to be here for Howler, I could definitely tell you that. And if you guys are interested and want to mark it in your calendars when the real life Azerbaijan Grand Prix will happen, it will be on June 10th through 12th. 10th will be practice 1 and 2, the 11th will be practice 3 and qualifying, and then on June 12th will be the race. Here at on the Baku City circuit, where the first ever Grand Prix was back in 2016. So a seriously new track to the calendar. And we're going to be here for, I believe, 26 laps here today. So it's going to be a tough one for those drivers out there. Let's see who's going to be the first one to tame this track. Beast is going to be the first one out there on the Williams, representing the Williams here tonight. So let's see how he takes this now. And we're looking at a circuit length of around 6 kilometers, so a race distance of 112 kilometers today, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I just been having just a weird cough today. Sorry, guys. Oh, hold on, give me a sec. Mute, because that would have been disgusting. Wet for the race, Justin. I mean, you never know. You never know here at Baku. I don't think I've ever commentated here at Baku when it was raining, but would be interesting, especially through that castle sector. But Beast is now making his way down towards turn 15, and I want to say 20 corners make up the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's forecasted rain, mate, till last few laps. Oh, okay. Well, appreciate that, but it's going to be a bit difficult, so it's going to be a mixed strategy up here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But now Beast is going to come around the 20th corner and go down the second DRS zone, the finishing sprint to start off his lap. Let's see how he takes this now as we go on board and get a brief description of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Now, turn 1. Very iconic from last season, where we saw Lewis Hamilton actually mistimed the braking zone, going side to side after the red flag restart, where his main competitor of Max Verstappen crashed out on the finishing straight with a puncture in his rear left tire. And then, of course, we have turn 5 and 6. Very difficult here as Beast is making his way through now. Next corner 5 as you enter sector 2, turn 5 and turn 6. Very easy to lose it here. Those drivers might have wished it was a little bit easier to take those corners as you make your way down towards turn 7 and enter the castle sector, where we saw the iconic Charles Leclerc, I am stupid, where he crashed into the wall coming into the castle sector around turn 8 and 9. And he took an early leave. That race was then red flagged because of that. And then over here down towards Beast, where he's coming around turn 15 and 16. Now sector 3 you wouldn't really believe to be a difficult sector of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. But of course, if you guys do remember, now coming down towards 18 and 19, where we saw the accident of Lance Stroll, the same race where we saw Max Verstappen down this finishing straight with that puncture. So Azerbaijan, doesn't matter what sector you're on, where you are on the track, anyone can mess up in the slightest of moments. But Beast crosses the line of 140.446. He's going to be the first one to finish a lap, and Drunk Pirate is going to improve on that instantly right after, as my cats are running up and down the hallway, so I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, I want to hear from you guys. Are you guys excited for today? Sorry I don't have the enthusiasm, but I'm just having a bit of a little bit sick in a way, so I do apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. But there's nothing really I can do except for mute my mic so you don't have to hear everything coming out. But yeah, but if you guys did miss the last race, it was re-uploaded to my YouTube, and it was first streamed on the Twitch channel. And last week we actually saw ourselves at the at the Mexico Grand Prix for round 2. We started off with Imola for round 1, and we actually just saw Drunk Pirate spin around at the exit of the castle sector. We didn't speak about that corner right there, and Drunk Pirate is going to be the first one to lose his front wing that was caught on camera. But since then, we actually had Spillage and Jonesy breaking to the 139s, and Liam bringing to the 138s for the Mercedes brother out there tonight. Well done, as he sees Pi and his teammate of Skills Dan make their way through. The Mercedes team definitely one to watch out for, and definitely a team that will do a lot of damage to the Drivers' Championship. But let's actually look back at the Mexico Grand Prix to see where everyone finished. If you guys did miss it, we saw Drunk Pirate take the win for his McLaren team with 50 points added to his name, with pole position as well. Skills Dan crossed the line in second, with Sharpie in third. Then we had the two Alpines of Zach Johnson and Beast. Then we had a Lack and Spillage, Panda, Xdude, Shine Dog, Infinite Fear, and these people were the ones that crashed out. Jonesy, Super Saiyan, Tomark, Dylan, Natalie, Groenfeld, Liam, and a Big Dusty Fakes, all crashing out at the Mexico Grand Prix, where we actually saw Super Saiyan take the fastest lap at the end of that race. And now for the drivers standings, ladies and gentlemen. With that win for Drunk Pirate, he was able to hold on to his championship lead and push his way even further, now ahead by 10 points compared to Skills Dan in the Mercedes. Then we have Sharpie with 60, Spillage with 54, Kobe with 50, 40 is going to be Panda, Natalie with 37, same goes with Zach Johnson, 34 for both Super Saiyan and Beast. In 11th, we had Jonesy tied with Locke with 30 points, VDV with 24 points, and then Xdude with 20. That's going to round up the halfway of that standings of 25 drivers. Of course, some of them reserving on the field. If you guys are interested, Smoking Pirelli's also had their race on Monday for the Undisputed Racing Championship, I think it's called. It's their sister league. To be practically honest, it's a sister league on Monday. There's also a Smoking Pirelli's Thursday league that you guys would have to queue in, and that is why we have the Facebook, so you're notified on the updates of that. And Smoking Pirelli has some big news as well, ladies and gentlemen. Smoking Pirelli's, we at Smoking Pirelli's is actually having a new league, ladies and gentlemen, on Fridays for the F2 cars. So if you guys are interested in participating in the F2 league on Fridays, please make sure that you go down to the Discord, go through the news tab on Discord, or the announcements. Let me quickly see which one it is. It's going to be the Yep, there it is. It's going to be the news tab. We're going to see, and I quote from the head of Natalie Packers: "Hi everyone, SBRC have a really exciting new addition to the league with a brand new F2 division running on Friday nights, 8 p.m. UK GMT. There are 22 full-time seats available, and these are open to everyone in here. Everyone in this Discord, we will have the first priority before I offer the seats out more widely through Facebook and etc. This is also your opportunity to choose your favorite F2 team and can even pick your teammate if you would like to pair up with someone. This is all first come first serve to get in there quickly to avoid disappointment. This division will have its own unique format, point system, and calendar, so it should be a great new opportunity for everyone. And if you guys are interested, please react to that post with the tick below if you would like to have a full-time seat in the F2s, or click the R if you would like to have a reserve seat. We are also hoping that this will have commentary to be confirmed, although this should definitely be sorted soon. Hope to see you all there very soon, and good luck. And I would love to do the commentary there, but to be honest with you, I'm already booked on Fridays, so I can't really do SPRC Fridays, which is a shame. But of course, if you guys want to get yourselves involved, please make sure that you go down there on the Discord and make yourself known to that post by reacting with a tick or an R if you would like to participate or reserve for it. Whew, there we go. Alright. Yep, sorry guys, I still have that sickness. Ugh. It's not COVID, so you don't need to worry, but it's not a good feeling. But with 7 odd minutes left to go, ladies and gentlemen, we have 14 drivers just put out a lap. The fastest being from I'm Liamzy in the Mercedes, a 130. Oh, as Panda gets a close relationship to the wall on the exit of turn 15. And he leaves a little bit of a end plate behind with that relationship, so he's going to go back into the pit lane and go for a new one. But as I was saying, Liamzy with the fastest lap of 138.733. Both of the Mercedes on top in qualifying, so a good result from them. But still, 6 drivers yet to put in a time of Jeff K. Panda, Lack, Royal Harvey, Ig Stooge, and also Kobe. And we're going to go on board with Ig Stooge as he is going to be on his lap now. He's going to be finishing his lap. Let's see what sort of time the Red Bull driver can make as he's now coming around turn 20, opening the DRS and making his way down towards the finishing timing line as he crosses the line of 139.549. That's going to bring him up to the 3rd row of 6th for the time being. So a good time right there. Not going to be good enough to break into the 138s like the Mercedes that we just saw, but still a very, very commendable lap. And another person going to be on another lap is going to be Groenfeld from what it looks like, as he now comes around turn 3 and 4. Of course, the 2 DRS zones on the track, ladies and gentlemen. The first DRS zone is coming into turn 2, so you're going to pass by the DRS detection zone just prior of turn 2, down that straight towards turn 3. And of course, the second DRS zone is at where is it? It is the DRS detection zone right before the turn 20. Sorry, my mind is all over the place. I'm just sick. Right before turn 20, as you make your way down, passing the speed trap as well along the way. And then you make your way down the DRS straight, all the way down towards turn 1, passing the finish line. But it looks like Shine Dog's going to go into the pit lane, as he was not satisfied with his time there. And Groenfeld has crashed out, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to see where it was, and you can see it right there around turn 16. Groenfeld was actually having a purple sector 1 as well, so very, had a lot of potential to improve and make his way up. But when it comes to that, ladies and gentlemen, Groenfeld will be taking the early leave. Still set an amazing time of 139.049, but he is going to have to take an early leave and get himself ready for the race. Hopefully those engineers can get that Alfa Romeo ready for the race start. Jeff K, his teammate, however, is going to be on his lap as he's now coming down towards turn 13 and 14. Now going on the slight downhill descent towards turn 15 and 16. And ladies and gentlemen, I think with Azerbaijan, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix is actually one of my favorite tracks. Not because of the track. Like, if I'm talking about with the scenery around, I just love this place, because just look how gorgeous this place is here at Baku City. It's just extraordinary, the amount of architecture, the buildings around, and getting into that car is probably one of the best feelings out there. But Jeff K is going to go into the pit lane, as well as Kobe makes his way into the front row, getting himself in between, nice and snug, in between the 2 Mercedes with the 138.776 for the Haas driver, and gets a little bit of contact with the wall on the exit of turn 2. So that's a little bit of a will say a little bit of a mistake, but he's gonna keep on pushing. Not too sure if he's looking at damage. Yes, Peter, what's up? Hold on, guys, give me a sec. My cats want to go outside. We're gonna stay on board with Kobe as he just put out that extraordinary lap. Let's see if he can improve. And does not look like it as he's down by a second. But I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna quickly see what my cat wants, and I'll be right back with you. But we're actually gonna go on board with Liam as he is out there on the track as well. So give me 1 second, guys. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for that. But, yeah, they just wanted to go outside, potentially to use the bathroom if you guys are interested. Most likely, well, not interested, but yeah, so, again, guys, oh, look at my boy Jackson. But, I'm gonna quickly, send a link to the chat, if possible, because my computer is deciding to work right now. Yeah, so it's deciding to work right now. So if you guys are interested in joining the SBRC family, please make sure you make your way down towards the Smoking Pirelli's Racing Club Facebook page, where you get notified on all of the updates of the races and everything like that. So if I do that, there we go. And here you guys are in the comments. So if you guys are interested, please make your way there and give it a follow. VDV has just topped the timing charts, ladies and gentlemen, with a staggering 138.598 for the AlphaTauri driver out there. Well, a very, very good time there for VDV, as him and his colleague of Kobe have been doing pretty well recently. Jeff K near the back as well, as he's going to be finishing his out lap. Royal Harvey has just invalidated his lap, so he's going to go out there for another one. This race is going to be interesting. It's quite close today. Yeah, it really is, especially in the top 5. Only separated by half a second. The top 10 only separated by a second and I would say a tenth as well. But Liam retakes pole position, ladies and gentlemen, at 138.543. Can VDV reply? And it does not look like he can, as he is down 11 seconds coming into sector 2. So, ladies and gentlemen, VDV is not going to be able to answer back. As Skills Dan puts too much pressure around turn 16 and will be letting the Alpine by. And Skills Dan has really made a mess out of that one, as he loses his front wing, and he's going to finish off with a 138.899. Now, can Sharpie improve on that? Can Zach Johnson? Doesn't look like many drivers are improving on their time as they're making their way through. Natalie as well, struggling coming into sector 2. Only lost around 34 thousandths of a second. Let's see what she does. She is improving by a tenth and a half. Of course, Natalie Packers being one of the heads of Smoking Pirelli's, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what our main queen here at Smoking Pirelli's can set on the field as she comes around turn 20 down the DRS straight. She has the blinking lights as she is practically out of ERS, and she's going to cross the line and improve up to 12th position at 139.793. So, ladies and gentlemen, everyone set their times on the set of softs. And with Jonesy slowly making his way back into the pit lane, that is going to be it for qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Liam tops the timing charts with a 138.543, with VDV, as we're on board with him right now, with a 138.598. As they make up the front row. Kobe and Skills Dan making up that second row, the only other drivers to go into the 138s here today, and Gronfeld making up that third row, just misses out on it and crashed out earlier on in qualifying. But still, a third row position of fifth with Pi Citron. And this could be a good race here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back as we wait for the drivers to enter the pit lane. And we're about to start this Grand Prix. Of course, no formation lap, so it's going to be straight racing. And both of the McLarens out there having themselves a little bit of fun around Baku. So let's see how they do this now. But ladies and gentlemen, again, amazing times out there. Get us a little bit excited for the race start here tonight, as it's a Brit on the front row with two Belgians right behind. And then near the back, the only person to not put in a time of Royal Harvey, as they could improve on their time, and I think got themselves a lot of invalidations on their attempts. So they're going to be starting in the back row. And of course, it's Baku, so there could be a lot of incidents here, ladies and gentlemen. The top 10 starting on their respective tires of softs that they used in the qualifying session. The bottom 10 will have free tire choice coming into this race, and it was forecasted that rain might come in the last few laps, but it looks like it's actually going to start in the rain, so everyone is going to be eligible to have themselves a new set of intermediates, ladies and gentlemen, here at Baku. And this is the first time, me personally, ever doing commentary at Baku when it's a wet race, especially a wet start, because I've always done this track when it was dry. So now a new challenge has appeared for these drivers of SPRC, as we have 5 red lights to kick it all off. Liam and VDV, who's going to make the way around turn 1, and is going to be Liam with an amazing start around the outside. Kobe's looking to gain some. His teammate his friend of VDV coming around turn 1 around the outside. Kobe's still fighting for it as we have a Red Bull spun around towards the pit lane. Oh, and a big collision with the wall there for Gronfeld, as he couldn't find the traction there. And Skills Dan looking on the inside here, but Kobe is able to make up the position. Natalie already up to 10th, could be looking at 9th as the virtual safety car makes its appearance due to the buildup of debris, and also a huge incident near the back with Ixtuge spinning around turn 1, and then Jeff K losing his whole front wing out there. So not a good start for those drivers near the back, but what an amazing start, I gotta say, for Liam, as he was just already pulling away from VDV around turn 1. Kobe able to make up a position up to second. Gronfeld as well up to 4th, but just collected the wall there, so he might go into the pit lane for a new front wing, as Liam got very close to getting in contact with the wall there. As we are now entering the castle section, ladies and gentlemen. But as it stands now, coming near the halfway point of lap 1, Liam still leads the way with Kobe making up the position, with VDV going down to 3rd. Then we have Gronfeld making up the position, but collects front wing damage, I do believe, on that right side, as Skills Dan finds himself down to 5th. Sharpie, Zach Johnson follow right behind with Pi Citron as well. Natalie up a few positions into 9th on this race start, so a good start for her so far, as Spillage Jonesy, Drunk Pirate right behind in 12th. Then we have Panda, Dusty Fake, Shine Dog, Beast, Lack, and it looks like Panda has actually spun, ladies and gentlemen, so he's going to lose a lot more positions than originally intended, as Ixtuge also collects the wall a little bit, and we are back to racing, ladies and gentlemen. Green flags over the field as the VSC has ended. Kobe is starting to give Liam a run for his money down the finishing straight. He's looking on the inside to get himself an early lead in this race. Liam trying to defend, but Kobe is diving on the inside around turn 1. Who has the better traction as Liam goes off the track a little bit, gets a little bit of wheel spin and a little bit of contact with the rubbers for the front 2, but it's going to be Liam staying in the lead. Now, predicted pit stop strategy, we could be looking at a 1 stop. Of course, in the wet conditions, you don't have to make a pit stop. As right now, actually, the pit stops, talking about them, is completely filled with how many is that? 7 drivers at the start of this race. No one out of this race at all as of yet, but of course anything can happen here at Baku as Liam still holds off against the 2 Ali brothers of Kobe and VDV, the 2 Belgians, against the Brit. Let's see how he can take this now. His teammate of Skills, Dan, was able to get past Groenfeld as he made his way into the pit lane, and he's now up to 4th. Sharpie and Zach Johnson following close behind as well, with Natalie up to 7th now. And we're looking at Pi have himself a little bit of a problem out there as he lost a little bit of positions to Dusty Fake and Shine Dog just before the castle sector. No crashing so far into the castle sector. Everyone getting through nice and easy as Natalie is looking side to side with Zach Johnson coming down towards turn 13. Oh, and Zach Johnson collects the wall with a lot of understeer. And that is going to be the VSC once again, ladies and gentlemen. As Zach Johnson, we just saw that as well, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, wow, wow. Goes into the wall. Loses his whole front wing. A lot of debris out there on the track as the VSC is in play. The Marshal is going to be going onto the track to get that out of the way as quick as possible. But with that being said as well, it looks like Kobe and VDV are both going into the pit lane early on in this race. What are they going to be brewing up here? As VDV... Oh, hold on, let me get back down. So VDV... Oh, actually, Kobe's going on a new set of intermediates with the front wing damage. Same goes with VDV, so the two drivers that were practically leading this race into the pit lane for front wing damage. That was probably why they were going a little bit slower compared to Liam there. And Liam now has a comfortable lead of around 3 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Drunk Pirate is now looking on the inside of Jonesy down towards turn 3. And Jonesy is able to hold off around the outside. Drunk Pirate trying to switch around the inside of turn 4. Potentially, no, he will not. He's going to slot right behind. And now we got to say the biggest winner so far coming to the positions is going to be Natalie Packers here, ladies and gentlemen. Started in 12th, I do believe. And now already seen herself up to 4th early on in this race. So well done to her. And also well done to Skills, Dan, and Liam. The 2 Mercedes up the front. Leading this race coming into lap 3 of 26. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's actually, even though Azerbaijan doesn't really have the that many races, as has been pretty new to the season, there's actually still going to be some fun facts about the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and I'm trying to get it up. I guess I'm having some internet connectivity issues on my computer. And here we go. So if you guys didn't know about the Baku City Circuit here at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, the Baku City Circuit was designed by Herman Tilke, who has been responsible for laying out so many F1's newest tracks. It's located right in the heart of the city, close to the main promenade of the Caspian Sea. In addition to many long straights that make it to the fastest street circuit in the world, the Baku circuit also includes a very narrow section of turns 8 and 12 next to the old city walls, and right there, actually, that is actually the castle sector. At 6 kilometers, the Baku City Circuit is the second longest on the current F1 calendar after Spa-Francorchamps. I believe this was actually talking about maybe 2018, maybe 2019, maybe even 2020. But did you know this about the track as well, ladies and gentlemen? As we do have a VSC in play, there is yet to be a repeat winner at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. and the inaugural race in 2016 was officially called the Grand Prix of Europe. A race with this title has been held 23 times since 1983, and the most recent of before Baku was actually at the Valencia Street Circuit and the Nürburgring, where the race was renamed the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in 2017. From the 5 races held so far, so basically this was actually back in 2021, as Sharpie has spun around the during the virtual safety car, and I'm not too sure if he looked at collecting damage there. And he did. He has lost his left end plate, ladies and gentlemen, so he's going to go back into the pit lane, as he's going to be struggling to turn right in that car, which isn't too big of an issue, as it is a counterclockwise track as you turn left. But yeah, still not good to see as he continues on. Kobe looking on the inside of Locke coming around turn 16, and he is able to make up the move up to 8th now. Natalie now up to 3rd, and we have a huge crash near the back here, ladies and gentlemen, with Royal Harvey, as he just went straight into the wall and banging into a little bit of debris out there on the track. X-Stooge as well collecting that wall, but not getting himself crashed out. And that is going to be huge, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be huge for these drivers. But I want to remind you guys, if you guys are enjoying the content, please make sure you consider hitting the like button and the subscribe button so you're notified when I put out a video on my channel. Of course, it can be from different things, but it's been a lot of smoking Pirellis as I've been doing a lot of my streaming on Twitch. So if you want to look at all of the news on smoking Pirellis, please make your way to the Facebook page of Smoking Pirellis Racing Club, as I did put it in the comments. So if you just scroll up a little bit, you'll be able to see it right there, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're looking at getting all of the news on Smoking Pirellis, you'll be able to see it right there on the Facebook page. So again, thank you guys so much for queuing in, as we do have a yellow sector 1 with a Ferrari going into the wall. I believe that is going to be Shine Dog. And now, ladies and gentlemen, lap 5 of 20. Did I say gentlemen? I said gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, lap 5 now of 26, and we're now looking at a battle for the podium position of 3rd, with Drunk Pirate right on the tail end of Natalie Packers, coming down towards turn 16. Of course, with he is within a second of Natalie, but with there being no DRS being enabled, ladies and gentlemen, Drunk Pirate will have to take it the old school way, where he will have to be getting a lot of slipstream classic racing here now, ladies and gentlemen. This race is wild. Well annoyed I can't race in it. Yeah, it's alright, but you never know, you could get yourself involved in the next one, as Kobe is able to get the fastest lap of 152.904. But no worries, Infinite Fear, good to have you here as always. Really do appreciate you, my man. But now, ladies and gentlemen, as it stands, if you guys are curious, on the Smoking Pirellis Racing Club Facebook page, we actually have the link to the channel being streamed as well here right now. So if you guys are curious, it is on the Smoking Pirellis Racing Club, where it says we are live for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and of course it's an F1 esports event. And I do want to say that as well, ladies and gentlemen, LAC 786 is a new full-time driver on the Tuesday grid, and he'll be partnering up with Tallmark in the Ferrari, but Tallmark not here tonight, of course, as we have Shine Dog reserving for Tallmark. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, again, Natalie does a lot of hard work on the Facebook page, trying to get everyone up to date with all the news of SPRC. And if you guys want to be a part of it, please make sure you make your way down. As Kobe is actually getting a double overtake on his teammate of Jonesy and the Aston Martin of Dusty Fake. Kobe has been on a resurgence after going into that pit lane, and he is now up to 5th. He is really finding the pace out here on the track. But yeah, guys, I can't say it enough. Go to that Facebook page so you have all the news on SPRC. Natalie and the admins do an exceptional job. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, Dusty Fake down the finishing straight is looking on the inside of Jonesy. Coming down towards turn 1, had to brake a little bit earlier not to collect each other into turn 1. Now towards turn 2, Dusty Fake might get himself another opportunity down turn 3, as he was able to get a pretty good line coming on the exit there. But it's not going to be enough to make the move, as Kobe is now driving away, now ahead of his teammate of Jonesy by around 2 seconds. So he's really finding the grip and getting into the groove of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Natalie is actually starting to hold off Drunk Pirate now, as Kobe is starting to approach. And this could be a three-way battle for the podium position here, ladies and gentlemen. So if you guys don't want to miss out on that, please keep your eyes peeled to the screen, as we are now seeing Natalie and Drunk Pirate enter the castle sector, with Kobe right behind, of course, the former walls of Baku City, as they were actually able to hold on to it. And I gotta say, if you're having a tour of that castle, because that's what the walls look like. It looks like a castle. But if you are looking around the tour of that castle during an F1 event, man, that must be some sort of view for those people in there. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, as it is the wet rain here tonight, it doesn't look like it's going to be drying up anytime soon, as the rain is still coming down. Not as heavy as we saw at the beginning of this race, so it is easing up a little bit, which could imply a change. But we're not gonna be too sure on that, as Ig Stooge has crashed out, ladies and gentlemen, coming down towards the castle sector, and that is going to be the first full safety car in this race, ladies and gentlemen. The first full safety car in this race. Now, as we did see Ig Stooge crash into turn 7 just before the castle sector, ladies and gentlemen. So he's going to be taking an early leave with Royal Harvey, as they have both fallen to the beast of Baku. Now, let's see what these drivers do now, as VDV and Gromfeld go into the pit lane. I would have suspected the Mercedes brothers to go into the pit lane as well, just to get themselves a new set of intermediates and get themselves practically a new free pit stop. And they could stay in their positions as well, as they're quite far ahead of Natalie Packers in that third place position. We're gonna have to wait and see what their plan is here. Let's actually look at the the position changes on the field, and so far is looking good for Dusty Fake. Gained the most positions of 11 positions, started in 18th, now finds himself up to 7th. Good results so far as well for Drunk Pirate and Natalie Packers, who are in 3rd and 4th, where they actually started in 12th and 13th respectively. So a good start for those drivers as well. The biggest loser here tonight so far is going to be Pi Citrone, as he started in 6th position, and he has lost a total of 9 positions so far, down to 15th. So let's see what happens here. But we're going to see what Liam and his teammate of Skills Dan is going to decide to do here. Are they going to stay out, or will they pit and potentially go on a set of slicks? As the rain has stopped, ladies and gentlemen, the rain has fully stopped. So now those drivers are going to start to get a little bit of a drier setup coming into this race. Of course, still the clouds are still overhung over the track. But now this is where you're really going to consider: do you go into the pit lane, or do you stay out on those intermediates? Kobe is going to be the first one to bite. Same goes with Jonesy. What are they going to plan out here, as Dusty Fake now up to 5th? Are they going to go on the slicks now, as Jonesy has retired into the pit lane, and Kobe is on a set of softs, ladies and gentlemen. Kobe has made his way onto a set of softs. Looks like Jonesy had himself a mechanical failure in the Haas, and will have to take an early leave. The Haas still Of course, in these times, the old Formula 1 cars had a lot of issues with them, and it just proves here tonight as Jonesy had to take an early leave of this race due to a mechanical failure. But now Kobe's going to test it out. He's on the set of slicks out there on the track as it has stopped raining, and it could develop to a dry race, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually gonna quickly tag Jonesy. I'm gonna ask to see what happened with him, just so everyone knows back at home. But yeah, now, ladies and gentlemen, we have some a spanner into the works, as we have a lot others on the set of slicks now. Gronfeld on a set of mediums, VDV on a set of softs, Spillage on a set of mediums as well, and Peisertron in 17th on a set of mediums. He is going to be desperate times calling for desperate measures here, ladies and gentlemen. And you can actually see that you still have the racing line, the intermediate racing line right now, as Kobe is struggling a little bit to make its way around the track now, even under safety car conditions. But of course, with the rain here at Baku, it's just going to get a little bit greasy on those set of slicks, so it's going to be tough for him. Let's see what they do. But let's see this now, as I believe that is Jeff K being allowed to out unlap himself coming down towards turn 1, and he is actually able to get himself unlapped, and will have to go around the circuit to catch up with the safety car to gain some sort of momentum. But now Kobe's going back into the pit lane here, ladies and gentlemen. He's going back into the pit lane, and he is going to slot back on some set of intermediates. It's going to be too early to go on those. And Zach Johnson doing the complete opposite, going in on the set of intermediates and going out on a set of softs. Kobe now exiting out on a set of intermediates, and looks like he had front wing damage under the safety car period. But now let's see if Zach Johnson can do well on those set of slicks, and a lot of understeer. Very, struggling a lot to find the grip there on those set of slicks. And well, I mean, it could work out as time goes on. The track is just going to get drier and drier and drier, and it could be more of a dry line into this race, as we saw in the real life Imola Grand Prix. If you guys missed out on that, started off with a wet start, ended off dry, and of course, Daniel Ricciardo being the first one to go on those set of slicks to find the pace out there. Of course, having that incident with Carlos Sainz at the beginning of the race around turn 2 and 3, where Carlos Sainz was stuck in the gravel and had to take the early leave. I actually one thing that was actually good and really speaks a lot about Daniel Ricciardo's character. He actually went into, at the end of the race, he went into the Ferrari, what's it called, the actual, the headquarters of the track. So after that race, he actually went to the Ferrari headquarters, and he actually walked up to Carlos Sainz and apologized to him and his team for the early retirement, because he felt so bad after that. If you guys are interested, it actually is on YouTube, and yeah, and you can see just how much that impacted Daniel Ricciardo mentally there. It was sad to see as well, but it really speaks a lot about his character. It really does. And that is why Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris is one of my favorite drivers out there on the track, especially Daniel Ricciardo. Not just because of his happy nature and always smiling, but he knows that when he's done wrong, and he actually has the guts to go into the headquarters, ladies and gentlemen, the headquarters of the opposing team that he personally affected, who are also pushing for a Constructors' Championship, and apologize to the drivers and the team. and that is why I really love Daniel Ricciardo, and he will surely be missed once he takes a retirement, as he was actually almost retiring this season as well, ladies and gentlemen. Fun fact about Daniel Ricciardo, the only reason that he decided to stay out on the track and stay with McLaren for another season is that when he was told that there was going to be a Miami Grand Prix, he decided to stay and continue racing because he was going to retire. And I remember him saying that during an interview as well. So I think that if he left this season, it would have been so much on people, because he is a real legend of the sport. Even though he hasn't won the trophies, or he hasn't won the championships, and hasn't won a lot of things with his career, compared to other drivers like Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, Michael Schumacher, he is still going to be put down as one of the legends of the sport. But now, ladies and gentlemen, the safety car could be coming in at the end of this lap, as the majority of the drivers have caught up. Spillage still out there on those set of slicks, but I really think that he's going to struggle to find the pace out there as time goes on, because you can still see the wet patches on the track, and you can barely see the racing line out there. And it's going to be tough for them now. But ladies and gentlemen, the safety car is now in this lap. Liam is going to be restarting this race whenever he feels. And you know what? Actually, that's a very good camera angle, as you see the city of Baku. And you got to say, as I was saying, one of the most beautiful sceneries when it comes to a racetrack for Formula 1. Monaco is definitely up there as well. Saudi Arabia, I'd say, when it comes to the scenery, I loved that one. For me, for personal reasons, of course, Portimao in Portugal. But look at that finishing straight. That has got to be one of the longest finishing straights in the Formula 1 calendar. Of course, Mexico being there as well. But Skills Dan having a late safety car restart, and he was able to give his teammate of Skills Liam a little bit of leeway as he now battles out with Natalie. Natalie looking around the outside towards turn 2. Is she able to make up the position? She breaks a little bit later, but could be a little bit too late as she almost collects the wall. And someone has just collected a wall in Dusty Fake, the Red Bull of Spillage as well, spinning around. But that is going to be it right there for Dusty Fake, as he goes into the wall and collects a lot of damage on that front wing. Looks like he's actually still able to go out. I thought he was done, actually, ladies and gentlemen. He is back out there, only losing an end plate. Zach Johnson looking on the inside of Groenfeld, a desperate move there, but was able to only collect a little bit of contact, but not enough to ensure departure in the race. Kobe now right on the tail end of Natalie, as Drunken Pirate now finds himself up to third. Kobe now struggling to keep the pace with Natalie. And of course, in these castle sectors, if you try to go side to side, you are guaranteed to lose out. But now, ladies and gentlemen, the sun is starting to come out, and we're just waiting from race control to say when there will be a the right time to go on the set of 6 and to enable the DRS. But as it stands now, the two Mercedes up the front. Kobe has had a better exit line compared to Natalie around turn 15, down towards turn 16, as they go side to side. And Kobe has made up the position here, ladies and gentlemen, now up to 4th. So let's see what he does now as he goes through the corners. He has a lot of grip out there, so he was anticipating this wet race at the beginning. But now coming to the dry, he could start to struggle here, as he fakes going into the pit lane. Drunken Pirate right behind Skills Dan as well, also known as Captain Jack, if you knew him from those times. But yeah, so far good safety car restart for the Mercedes brothers, as they push and lead this race now. If they win this race, I'm actually give you guys a quick snippet of a near future if it stays like this. So if they win this race, they will get 94 points. They will get 94 points. That will put Skills Dan. Actually, that will put Skills Dan still behind Drunk Pirate. In the Drivers' Championship. However, when it comes to the Constructors, I believe they will be leading the Constructors' Championship, as Liam has only scored 6 points for the Mercedes team so far, and will potentially end on 56 points at the end of this race. So he could actually move up a lot of positions, probably into the top 10, most likely into the top 10 if he stays like this. But let's see how these drivers take it now, as there's a yellow flag through the castle sector due to the buildup of cars. But now Kobe is looking right on the tail end of Drunk Pirate. He's going to be giving the Season 2 Drivers' Champion a tough run for his money, as Zach Johnson, the Season 2 runner-up, and I believe the Season 1 Drivers' Champion of Zach Johnson, has spun around, and it's now down to 12, so tough times for the former champion. I'm not too sure who won in Season 3, I do apologize. In Season 3, oh no, Skills Dan. Yeah, so Skills Dan, currently the Season 3 champion. So we've had Zach Johnson win in Season 1, Captain Jack in Season 2, and now Skills Dan in Season 3, and we actually see Skills Dan and Captain Jack battling each other for the championship here, and it's going to be a close one between them two. But as time goes on, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually really starting to get a lot more dry out there on the track, and we could definitely see some slick setups coming down. Zach Johnson going into the pit lane for a set of mediums and a new front wing, ladies and gentlemen. So the second driver out there on the set of slicks. Let's see how he does now, as the DRS is yet to be enabled, but it's going to be tough for him. Let's see if he can manage those slicks in these tough conditions, as Skills Dan is doing a really good job holding off Drunk Pirate now, and letting his teammate of Liam just push even further ahead. Now ahead by around 5.7 seconds for the time being, as we have a virtual safety car in play. And now this is where it's going to come down to these drivers. Do you go in on a set of slicks, or do you wait it out to see if there will be more rain coming back, or anything? Well, what would you guys do right now, actually, if as there's a few people watching back at home? What would you guys do? Would you guys go into the pit lane, go on a set of slicks to end this race, or will you actually stay out on those set of intermediates? What would you do out there? Infinite Fear, you wanted to race in this. I want to hear from you especially, as well, to see what you would say. But as it stands now, Skills Dan is going to go into the pit lane, and he is going to be the first one of those front five to go into the pit lane and go on a set of slicks. He's going to go on a set of mediums, looking to end the race on the set of mediums, as Shine Dog has been hit with a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. And I'm not too sure if those slicks are going to be doing well for him, I gotta say, as he comes out of the pit lane on the throttle. And let's see how he does, how he takes turn 2 here. Yeah, he is. Those tires are seriously cold, as he is just hesitating to go on that throttle because he does not want to spin that car around. All he needs to do is nurse those tires until the end, and it's going to be a tough order for him. But now with him going into the pit lane, and he's actually losing a lot of pace here, so it's not going to be the ideal time to go on those set of slicks. But now back up to the front, as we see Kobe right behind Drunk Pirate, and he's trying to find the space and the line to get past and try to keep up with Liam. But Kobe now right on the tail end. He is smelling that diffuser as he was about to make the dive around turn 15, but Drunk Pirate was able to hold on. an Aston Martin now spun around, and now an Aston Martin has crashed out as we see Panda passing by with a lot of debris out there on the track. Somehow it is not a safety car, as Skills Dan is going to pass by as well and make his way up to 9th. And you can see that he's seriously struggling with the traction out there, and a lot of drivers on those set of intermediates. Actually, a few drivers near the back on the set of slicks as well. So a lot of drivers are actually testing out the slick tires to see if they're going to be good enough right now, but not yet so far from what it looks like. But let's see how they take this now. Kobe is looking on the move. He's looking on the outside of turn 3, and Drunk Pirate, he's going to try and defend on the inside. A little bit of contact between the two drivers, but Kobe is able to make up the position and move up to 2nd place. Now Drunk Pirate now behind, and now has to find a way to defend against Groenfeld. VDV and Beast having themselves side to side down towards turn 4, and Beast is able to hold on to the position around the outside, but now has the ambition to try and still fight it out. A late dive for Beast, and what an overtake that was, but it could be short-lived as VDV is able to take an alternate route through that corner. But VDV now finds himself back again behind Beast, as Beast had himself a little bit of a slide through turn 7, and I think VDV collected a little bit of damage off of that Williams as they make their way now towards the castle sector. I'm not too sure what happened there. I was like, Beast just got on that throttle a little bit too early there, a little bit too much juice on that throttle pedal, and he's able to spin around, well, not spin around, but like have himself a little bit of a slip. And I think VDV collected the side of him, so there might be side pod damage. But Groenfeld has spun around as well, ladies and gentlemen. Around turn 16, sorry, I had a brain fart. I was trying to remember the track limits, the track numbers. The corner numbers, Justin. But now he's going to go into the pit lane, and it's kind of a weird scenario here, ladies and gentlemen. As it has stopped raining, it's still a tough one to see if you should go in on the set of slicks or come out on another set of intermediates. But as it stands right now, VDV is now looking at the optimal route against Beast. A little bit of contact as they almost locked tires there, and Beast is able to hold on in 5th, and VDV is still trying to find the optimal route as Beast slots into the inside of that straight to hold it, but sees that he's quite far behind him as he is able to hold on to 5th place. The track still very, very greasy and slippery out there, so it looks like the intermediates is just going to be the most optimal tire in this race for the time being. But this is the closest battle on the field. VDV is looking on the inside towards turn 5, couldn't find the space to stick his nose in, and Beast still holds on to 5th place, as we do have a yellow sector 2 with a Ferrari of Shine Dog spinning around, and then seeing spillage getting past as Zach Johnson and also Dusty Fake still struggling to find the gap there, as Liam is actually approaching those lapped cars. And I just received word, ladies and gentlemen, the DRS has been enabled in the dire moments of this race, so now it could be optimal time for those set of slicks, as Zach Johnson has just crashed out. The Season 1 champion of Smoker Pirellis has crashed out around turn 18. And Beast and VDV still having themselves a good battle. But VDV, this is his time to strike. DRS has been enabled, and you can see everyone rushing into the pit lane. Those set of intermediates rushing in. Beast as well going in. VDV is going to stay out. He is going to stay out, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go off fast now. Yep, let's see. But I think that the intermediates are still going to do pretty well, actually, in my opinion. But let's see how Liam does on a set of mediums to end this race. I thought he would go on a set of softs, as we do see. No, actually, they're on the set of mediums. Oh, there you go. Excuse me. Drunk Pirate on the set of softs. Yep, and you can see, you can definitely see the pace difference. VDV is now struggling on those set of intermediates. He should have gone into the pit lane when he received word that the DRS is enabled, because now he's going to be left in the dust. And now Kobe is starting to catch up to Liam corner by corner, and with 9 laps left to go, is going to be a tough one as Shine Dog is now moved out the way and respecting the blue flags. Alright, so let's see now, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a close one to end it off, but Kobe is now closing in. He's using a lot of that ERS that he has stored up under the intermediate part of this race now. He's trying to get within that DRS detection zone and get within the DRS distance, which he is now. He is under a second. He has the DRS with the purple Sector 3. This could be it for Kobe and take the lead in this race. We're going to have to wait and see how he takes Sector 3 now, as he has improved compared to Liam by almost 2/10. So now down the finishing straight as Skills Dan has crashed out, ladies and gentlemen. Skills Dan is out of this race as he has spun around turn 14 and has lost it right as it got dry as well on his set of tires. So that's really going to be a huge mess up for him. But now as VDV goes into the pit lane, let's see if Beast has pulled the undercut on VDV as he goes on a set of softs and serves the 5-second time penalty. But now down towards turn 3, down to DRS straight. Kobe's still right behind Liam, and Liam is trying to find some sort of pace here to give Kobe a tough run for his money, as they now enter Sector 2 towards turn 5 and 6, now down the short straight towards turn 7, right before the castle sector, as we are now on board with the rear view of Liam coming into the castle sector. Let's see the line difference now, as there's a lot of wheel spin actually, so trying to heat up those tires through the castle sector of Liam. Yeah, but Kobe just has these corners down to an absolute T as they make their way through. Now past Skills Dan crashed car that was actually able to move off the track pretty quickly there. But now towards turn 15, that is where we actually saw Kobe strike and getting a lot of overtakes actually in this race against Jonesy and Dusty Fake earlier on in the race as Jonesy was still racing out there. Then he did it on Natalie and Drunk Pirate. And now he's right on the tail end of Liam as they come down towards the finishing straight to start lap 20 of 26 here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who is going to be the one to take it, as Kobe is on a run here. He's looking around the outside. Has he made the move towards turn 1? Liam's defending on the inside and closes the door on Kobe through turn 1. Now towards turn 2, Kobe will be having DRS once again. And this could be where Kobe could really solidify that position. Liam is holding on with dear life as he knows the pace of Kobe. Kobe looking on the inside, but decides to yield and waits for a later lap and waiting for the most optimal time to make that move. Natalie now right on the tail end of Drunk Pirate as the battle for the softs for third and the battle for the mediums in the lead continue on now. And this could develop to something truly extraordinary, as Kobe has a faster line. He's looking, but couldn't find the space as of yet, as they now enter the castle sector towards turn 7 and 8, as Liam still leads the way, almost half a second ahead of Kobe. And now Kobe with a faster line here. He's looking for it. Is this where he's gonna find the time to strike? He has done it lap and lap again prior, as he finds a little bit of an optimal route through this corner, but just collects a little bit too much of that curb as his car goes into the air for a few seconds. So a little bit of wheel spin in the air, but now he's gonna keep on pushing with the yellow sector 2 with the build up of cars in the castle sector. Now Kobe is right on the tail end. Liam's lights are flashing. This is Kobe's time to strike as he moves on to the inside, and he is going to take the lead of this race. Now Liam trying to defend around turn 1, couldn't find it. With his blinking red lights, he has run out of ERS, and all he needs to do is try and hold on with the DRS. He's using everything that he's got, and Kobe's doing the same, so it does not look like they're going to be able to change position. But one battle that's going to change position is going to be Natalie Packers and Drunk Pirate, as Natalie has now found herself into the podium for the first time in this race. For the first time in this race? No, she's been in the podium before, right? Has she? I don't know. But Drunk Pirate couldn't find the what's called the pace down towards turn 3, down that DRS zone, and now has the slot for 4th. Liam now struggling to keep the pace against Kobe, but he is really fighting it without the ERS. He is at a huge disadvantage, and Kobe is starting to pull away a little bit in sector 2, down towards turn 14, now towards turn 15. Oh, and a little bit of a hiccup there for Liam, as he loses a lot of pace there, still within the DRS detection zone. But, or is he actually? Kobe is going on that ERS through this final sector to try and get Liam out of the DRS detection, and he has done it. Liam will not have DRS, and Kobe still holds on to the lead of this race, and all Liam can do is see the 0% in that ERS and see that his chances for a race win is driving away, and now out of contention. Drunk Pirate now with the DRS against Natalie. Doesn't look like he'll be able to get it here into turn 1, but potentially in turn 3 in the second DRS zone. Let's see what the McLaren driver can do. As he now makes his way down towards turn 2, now towards turn 3 in the DRS zone. Has the ERS and the DRS on with the slipstream, but it's not going to be enough. Natalie still holds on to that 3rd place position, and this battle for 3rd is really going to brew up. And I do want to remind you guys, Kobe, he was not here in the last race. Kobe was not here in Mexico, but if he wins this race, he will move up the standings and potentially into 3rd. No, he'll actually go above Skills Dan, as he's crashed out. He will go up to 2nd with 100 points. Drunk Pirate, currently in 4th, will be getting 37 points for the time being, and he will have 131 points to his name. So if it stays like this, Kobe will find himself up to 2nd, and Drunk Pirate will be in the lead by 31 points. So now this is going to be extraordinary. As Kobe continues on with the fastest lap as well, so he'll have 51 points. So he'll have 101 points at the end of this race if it stays like this. But Drunk Pirate now with the DRS against Natalie, looking around the outside, and he's going to get ahead of Natalie in easy terms now. So now he will have 40 points, if I do remember correctly. Let's check that out real quick. Yes, so he will have 40 points, and he'll have 134 now. So depending on where he finishes, he is battling for 3 extra points. So let's see if he can hold on to it now, ladies and gentlemen, as Natalie is struggling to find the gap now and trying to find that space to get back into that podium position. But of course, as time goes on, it's going to go quicker and quicker and quicker. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you are queuing in for the final finish of this race, welcome to Smoking Pirelli's Racing Club, here for Season 4, Round 3 of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I am your commentator, Just Gaming, or Justin, however you guys prefer. We are normally on the, we are normally on my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/justgaming_real. and that is where I go live for Smoking Pirellis, where I go for different leagues, and where I just have fun. And have a good time. So if you guys want to queue in on that, please make sure you make your way towards the Twitch. I'll put it into the chat. There you go. So if you guys are interested, we have just passed my 150 follower mark. I'm aiming to get 200 by the end of the year. So if you guys want to contribute and get yourselves involved, please make sure you get to the Twitch and follow to make yourself known, and also have the notification bell on so you're notified every time I go live for a stream. But now, ladies and gentlemen, with 3 laps left to go, Kobe still leads the way with an exceptional lead off of Liam by 4.2 seconds, almost 4.3 now, as Liam is right behind Pi Citroen, the other McLaren, who really lost a lot of pace here, but still is eligible for points for the time being. But let's see this now, ladies and gentlemen. Kobe still pushing through. He still has the fastest lap of a 140.589, and in these sort of times he has done an exceptional job. The only person to actually get into the 140s, the only person into the 141s was actually Lack, our debuter here tonight in the Ferrari, with a 141.809. So, guys, of course, with Kobe and Liam and Drunk Pirate, also Skills Dan unfortunately crashing out, the big dogs, who always have the spotlight, Lack has done an exceptional job in this race. Where he started, let's see where he started in this race. He started in 16th and has made up 9 positions in this race. But I really need to sit down and consider, who do I believe deserve driver of the day. I could go with Kobe because he did struggle on the set of slicks early on, went back into the pit lane on the intermediates and lost a lot of space. I could go with Lack for a debut race here at Smoking Pirelli's. He couldn't do any better. A lot of the competitors ahead of him with an exceptional race. Beast actually had himself a pretty good race. A lot of battles on the field. I could give it to Natalie as well, having close battles over the field with Kobe, with Drunk Pirate, with Skills Dan, with Beast, doing an exceptional job to bring the AlphaTauri a lot of points here tonight. I really don't know, to be honest with you. I really have no idea. What would you guys say in the chat? What would you guys say? Who would you guys give driver of the day to? Because for me, I am stuck between 3. I'm actually stuck between 4. I'm stuck between Kobe, Natalie, Beast, and Lack. Lack because of his debut race and doing an exceptional job to bring home some points. And actually having a clean race as well, of course, with Beast and Natalie. Both have respective battles over the field. Beast unfortunately got a time penalty, so now he is out of it actually at this point. So now it's between 3, Natalie, Kobe, and Lack. Natalie just having good battles over the field and doing an exceptional job. Kobe with a very good recovery drive to keep it nice and clean. Got a lot of battles over the field against Natalie, against Liam, against Skills Dan, his teammate as well of Jonesy with Dusty Fake. Getting a double overtake there. But of course, I also want to give people a little bit of recognition that don't really get recognition, if you guys understand what I'm talking about. So me personally, if I'm going to go with straight out performance and just go with who I think had the best race out there and who was the strongest competitor, I would go with Kobe. But if I want to, I think not. The amount of places made on the first lap alone showed her intentions for this race. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a good shout, Infinite. That's a good shout, you know. I might actually, yeah. You have a very, very fair point. Oh, wow. Yeah, I might have to go with Natalie just because of that, Infinite. You actually had a very, very fair point there, so I might have to go with Natalie. But now, ladies and gentlemen, as Kobe enters the final sector for the final time, the fireworks are going to start to fly for the Haas driver. missed out at the Mexico Grand Prix, made it back here for the Azerbaijan, and he's going to bring back a double win in 3 races of the championship here, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together as Kobe celebrates around the finish line as he takes the win, and now with the fastest lap as well, doing an exceptional job. Liam crosses the line with Pi Citron finishing in 9th as well. So now let's see if Natalie can make herself into the podium. This is the final chance for her. She's on a run here of faster corners compared to Drunk Pirate. Will be having the DRS, but I don't think it's going to be enough to make herself into the podium. But Drunk Pirate is your podium finisher here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with Natalie Packers finishing in 4th, but she's not going to go home empty-handed. She has also been given the commentators and comments driver of the day. Of course, there's going to be a vote in the Discord for driver of the day, as Beast finishes in 5th with VDV in 6th. Lack, the newcomer, here's the Smoking Pirellis, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful start for his Smoking Pirellis Racing Club career as he finishes in 7th for the Ferrari boys down the finishing straight, and he must be happy with his performance. Baku, a very difficult track, as you already saw, took some of the biggest names here in Smoking Pirellis of Scales Dan and Zach Johnson, both previous drivers champions. But with Panda crossing the line, that is going to be it. And Kobe is your winner here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for Kobe as he tops out with the fastest lap as well. 51 points for the championship, as he will have 101 points in the championship. Skills Dan just misses out due to that crash, and that gives Captain Jack or Drunk Pirate the podium finish and even further push for the driver's champion, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how long he can take this now. If you guys want to queue in to the next race, it will hopefully be on my Twitch. If not, it will be on my YouTube, so just keep an eye out next week for that, and that will be at Barcelona, Catalunya for the Spanish Grand Prix for Tuesday the 3rd of May, right? May? January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, so the 3rd of May, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it actually says it right there. Okay. Yeah, so the 3rd of May will be the Spanish Grand Prix at Barcelona, Catalunya, and I think this is going to be potentially the final season of Smoking Pirellis Racing Club on Formula 1 2021. Of course, there could be, we will continue this hopefully in 2022, F1 2022. But ladies and gentlemen, Kobe is your winner here tonight. A wet start to a race win finish with the fastest lap as well. Natalie getting the commentators and comments driver of the day as she finishes in 4th. Liam and Drunk Pirate on the podium. I hope you guys have enjoyed. We will see you next week for the Spanish Grand Prix. Again, cannot remind you guys, please make sure you make your way towards the Facebook page of Smoking Pirellis Racing Club so you get all of the notifications on updates on the track, updates to the season, updates on the drivers as well, and updates on the points, the Constructors Championship, and the Drivers Championship. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it from me. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.